What's up, guys? Welcome to this week's official Punjabi chart show, compiled by the official charts company. And before we start off this week's show, I have to thank Am K Bhamra for coming down last week, telling us some amazing, amazing stories and taking us down memory lane. It was so much fun. Now, this week's guests. All right, guys, Shub, his India tour got cancelled and Brit Asia stand right behind him. So his UK tour is going ahead full force. There's still a few tickets left. So grab them the 29th and the 30th of October. You can't miss it because it is going to be amazing. All right, guys, two pioneers from the 2000s. Get ready, get set. But I ain't going to tell you just yet because I'm just going to let you sweat. All right, guys, guess who's on the mic tonight?
Metz and Trix on the mic tonight.
Rah.
We're going to take you on a bad boy flight.
Tell them Tricks.
You ready, Brit Asia?
We're always ready, but the question is, what do you think of the lens?
Hard.
Thank you. Right.
Bars.
Guys, let's get into the next track. All right, guys, officially welcome. Thank you for coming down to Chart Show. The last time we had you down was for the Untouchables reunion, which was insane. You saw the comments, you saw everyone's reactions. What were your thoughts reading all that?
You know what? It's amazing because, like we said, we've been celebrating 20 years of that sound, Metz and Trix, RDB. So, it was really nice to come down. It was great that you guys were, honoring that time and, all the artists. So, it was great to be part of it, man.
It was definitely, some say controversial, but I think it was a good idea to get it all together and to see all the old faces as well.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. It makes me, miss those big boy nights.
All right, there's so much to talk about, guys, but I'm going to take it all the way back to the start. Surinder Rathan, the
Man. Big up Surinder Rathan.
Tell us all about that.
Genius producer. Metzel, tell him.
I was in the student area in Manchester. There was like a freshers kind of party, R&B, hip hop in one room, garage in the other. And I was active in that scene. So I was performing in a place called Generation X, dope club. And I was just being me, just doing the garage thing, MCing. And the next thing I know, I seen a shadow, and then a guy got my attention. Never met him before. And he took my number. It was Surinder Baji, obviously. And he phoned me. He told me he was going to phone me, and I didn't believe him. And then he phoned me the next day. Told me this crazy idea of how he's gonna make this track, and he wanted me to be on it and do my lyrics and MC. And he legitly picked me up the next day, drove me to Coventry. I'd never been to Coventry in my life, so I'm there going into the studio, big boy studio. I'm seeing all these plaques on the wall, Shinda, Jazzy B, all the famous artists, who I didn't really know at that time. And then the mic was ready for me. I went in, did my bars, get ready, get set, intro, back to basics, rest is history. And Surinder, put that track out up there. And that's how it happened, literally from that club. I think if Surinder wasn't in that club, it would have never happened.
You're just giving me a little, you remind me of memory lane, and you just mentioned Generation X, and I think, if my memory is right, that's another party that Surinder did. Was with Tim Westwood, Punjabi MC, and ourselves. I think we was on that one as well.
Oh, Tim Westwood versus Punjabi
and
MC.
And that was the actual time when first Tim Westwood...
the Mundia
Tabachke, and that was like time ago, 99, you know what I mean? So it just come out then, innit? You know what I mean? So Tabachke was like the bad tune on the street.
And you know what? In those days, those were the level of the parties, the crazy parties. You had a mainstream hip-hop underground DJ, and then you had a Punjabi MC, Desi, Bhangra. You put it together, you got 2,000 students, man, amazing times.
So big up Surinder, man. So that's how that was, we're going way back.
All right, there was an era and you guys dominated it. So another monster anthem I have to talk about is Amber Sariya. Yeah. Take us down memory lane, because that is still a banger to this day.
People get confused because people think that Danger was the first Metz and Trix thing, but actually it was not. It was before that. It was Amber Sariya. I remember Surinder telling us about the track. We had to head down to Birmingham, and when I heard that garage and guitar, I was going crazy.
Yeah, you know what it was? I think we were just in a period of time. I'm just trying to remember now when that came out, was when we recorded Amber Sariya. It was in Birmingham, but at that point, I think Lick was out and Putsadara, they had just come out. So, or I think Ambassador came out before Putsadara then, but I'm gonna have to
Clarify.
double check that one. So someone double check that one. But yeah,
He slept since
we
then.
was on the we was on the wave. You know what I mean? We was on the wave at the time, and it just everything flowed track after track, and obviously Ambassador with Mahi on it gelled together beautifully. You know what I mean? It's like one of my favorite Punjabi songs. You know what I mean? So big up Mahi, Excellency. Big up Matt G, and Srinda again. You know what I mean? Big track.
All right, you mentioned Maji. So I have to ask a few questions. There's a lot of producers, artists that come and go in the industry, and the In Touch with the Rules reunion, I'm going to use that as an example here. There's so many people in that who've produced bangers, anthems, monster tracks that we still listen to this day. But do you think the industry has done them injustice where they kind of get forgotten?
I just think Untouchables had an immense work rate, so they were just signing up artists, pulling out projects. And you're right, some of the very little are still here, and some of them have been forgotten, or they're not actively in the music industry. But I do believe that from that last interview we did, that you might see a resurgence of all those old artists start to bring out music again, because back in the days, you needed a record label to do that. Now you don't. Everybody can release music now independently through Spotify. I don't know them personally, like right now on a level, but I reckon people have got a lot of monsters and anthems sitting there waiting to be released. And in reference to Matt G, I think Matt G is just Matt G, innit? He's still macking it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, basically, yeah. Also, just to jump off that, I think it depends on the artist as well, you know what I mean? Whether you want to carry on making music or how dedicated you are to your art and your craft, and how much passion, how much you really, really want to do it. Do you know what I mean? And that is why the music game is the hardest game, because it's easy. People come and go. You can come make a hit and then get off with one hit wonders, whatnot. But if you really, really love your music, you're going to be here for decades, you know what I'm saying? And remembered then for decades as well.
And another example, like one artist that I was really fond of and I was really eager to hear more music was Miss Scandalous, because she was a rarity. There was the first female MC, and I just wanted to hear more of her. I just wanted an album. I wanted just more, because she had that addictive kind of flow, and I'd love for her to come back and release new music.
All right, another monster anthem in your catalogue, Putsadara there. The lyrics are a little bit controversial, but your rap, insane. So before you tell me anything about the story about that song, put up some lines, guys.
It's iconic. R is for roller coaster. D is for diggy danger. B is for bass and pressure. RDB inside arena. Come on. Come on,
man.
Come on. It might be older than you actually, but yeah. That's Putsadara, the anthem. Once again, rest in peace, Cully. The debut album for RDB. What an anthem, man. Like we said, we was on a wave. And then after the lick, Ambassador, the next track was Putsadara there. And, that just took us to a different level, at that time in the UK.
And the video was pretty awesome, you know what I mean? Like, you have to give credit to RDB and the boys to put that kind of video together.
Okay, it's been talked about a lot. Everyone knows the story. Everyone knows what happened with Akshay. Everyone knows every single angle of this story now. It's Aja, Mahi, the anthem, the banger. I'm not going to make you repeat the story, guys, but I'm going to need some lines.
And on that note, everybody knows the lines as well, don't
Exactly, but I will not be singing. I will not be making anyone's ears bleed. All right, fine.
Let's do it, yo.
This goes out to the
Girls to the front, to the back, to the middle, to the left, to the right. We're gonna take you on a bad boy flight. Metz and Trix for the mic tonight.
Boom.
Okay, I'm not gonna ask you about the story of Aja Mahi, of course, but I am gonna ask you about that iconic music video which made 0 sense. It was in a random hotel lobby. So what hotel was it, guys?
It wasn't random hotel. It was the main hotel in Bradford City Centre, which is known as the Hilton. I think it's got a different name now, but it's called, you know what?
Yeah.
Was it nice? It's a grimy hotel. So, you know what? The video had nothing to do with us.
Here's the question though. Here's a
We were just
legit
told
question.
to turn up, We were just told to turn up.
Why were you being the Backstreet Boys, but in like the most weirdest way possible?
Shall I tell you why?
happened here?
Because in our head, when we
No, in your head. No, in your head. In your head.
In my head, yeah, I've sung the chorus. This goes out to the girls in the front. So I'm thinking that these boys have got loads of girls for me to sing in front of, yeah, and I'm gonna be like, this goes out to the girl.
You also wanted it to be 35 mm.
Yeah, well. I did. I wanted it. Yeah, I said
Film.
Yeah, well, film quality.
We thought we was getting it.
And in the end, they segregated us. We weren't allowed near the models. Yeah, we weren't allowed.
That was all your fault.
Right? And we had to shoot our bit separately, and they just gave us a corridor. That was it. They gave us a corridor. They gave us a corridor.
You made that corridor work.
I had to work with what I got. So
Yeah.
I had to go backstreet in it.
You did it, man. You did it. It's iconic, man. It is an iconic video. Simple as that. Yo, Aja Mahi.
But on a real, I didn't realize it would be the monster and the anthem that it is today. So I was just having fun with it.
And that, you know what was fun back then as well, innit? Obviously, within our scene, you'd always get like a model to sing the songs, you know what I'm saying? So like, just think that's like Bollywood, innit? A little bit, innit? So it was like, there was some guy singing the song,
RDB's mate.
big him up wherever he is right now, you know what I mean? So,
Because for many years, people thought he was the singer,
yeah.
not Manj, you know what I mean? So, that's probably shady on Manj as well because,
And that's weird, innit? Because Manj didn't actually sing the song, did it? Was it in the video, was it?
yeah.
There you go.
All right, genuine question. Mandra was missing in one. You were missing in the other. What's going on with these music videos, guys?
That's what I'm saying, man. It's just bizarre now. When you look back in 20 years, you think who's running this label, you know what I mean? But yeah,
Cutting costs.
that's what it is.
That's it.
Budget.
All right, we're trying to locate him. He is not coming out of his rock, shell, man cave, whatever you want to call it. Gubi Sandu, Sah Rukh. So I'm going to use this moment right now, as a please Arjo, and you guys are going to make sure that he comes out. So go on.
He's definitely out because he's out there performing and, he's active and he's shutting down shows and he's working on the album. And I'm sure when he's ready, he will come, but, we can't speak on his behalf. When he comes, he's going to come and he's going to bring the Sah Rukh.
It is, man. Big up Gubi Sandu, Sah Rukh, massive anthem, Danger album, debut track. What more can you say, man? Apart from why didn't you give us a video? No, why didn't you give us a video?
That's why he wasn't thinking. He's like, why is there no video? All right, quite often on Chart Show, we get our guests to call the most famous person in their phone book, so we can pin it on them and be like, why have you not come down on Chart Show? So, can you please call the most famous person in your phone book for us?
I see you.
Go on, I see you FaceTime.
Oh, got a call here.
Please don't tell me this just happened.
What up, bro?
Yo, bro, we made it.
You're famous.
Let's do it, bro.
All right, guys. Streets of Bollywood. Iconic. You guys featured on it, so I'm not going to say anything else. I'm going to let you take the stage.
Yo, iconic album, Streets of Bollywood. Sick vibes, sick producers, sick concepts, you know what I mean? I know we had a couple of tracks on there. Big one, that Didi Tera Devar song was a big track on there. What movie is that? Didi Tera Devar.
Hum Aapke Hai Kaun.
That Hum Aapke Hai Kaun? Yeah, boom, you know what I mean? So bare anthems on there, big tracks on there, it was sick concept, great to be part of, man.
You know what? It don't get the props it deserves, and you've just made me remember a producer that really should get more respect. I think Am K, man, he did a lot of work on Streets of Bollywood, and he's got some monster songs. But yeah, man, big up Streets of Bollywood, big up Saragama, and the label.
You know what it is with that? It's amazing because look, it's great because now even the young generation now, there's a lot of sampling Bollywood. Everyone's sampling Bollywood songs and making new songs, and it's great to see, you know what I mean, and the impact Bollywood had on, you know, all of us growing up, you know what I mean. So, you know, respect to Streets of Bollywood.
All right, guys, the album, get ready, get set.
Yeah, man.
Come on, talk us through it.
Awesome. You know what I mean? It was a great time when we done that deal, big deal we did with MovieBox at the time.
Big up Shabir.
Yeah, man, and all the people at MovieBox record label. But it was sick because we got the opportunity to work with many international global artists.
Yeah. I asked
and, you know, in the Asian music industry. So, you know, we had like, you know, songs from Shazia Mazur and Sukhwinder Singh, and, you know, it was crazy, you know what I mean?
You know,
Lember Hussain Puri, you know what I mean?
I specifically asked, said, can we have songs from the biggest artists? And I remember Sukhwinder Singh when we had Dilmolia, Gurdas Man, Shazia, Lember, and then we wanted to do like, you know, a little bit of Punjabi rap. So I remember we created a hip hop track, called it Bilingual. Trix was rapping in Punjabi, and this was 20 years ago. Because actually the album came out in 2005, but the album was made in 2002/2003. We handed it in 2003, and there was a process, and there was that many artists, there was back and forth, bit of creative differences and things like that. And it basically took a time for it to come out.
But you know, when it did, you know what I mean, it was like we said, we just felt it was ahead of its time, you know.
Way ahead.
We knew that's where the music was going, and the industry was all going to urban rap, MC, you know, that's what it was, you know, where the music was heading, and hence, you know, as you can see, you've seen the rest of the history, how it went, you know what I mean, and, you know, we're here today, you know what I'm saying.
All right, guys, it has been a pleasure having you down. We're nearly getting to number one, so I have to talk about your new track. Tell us everything about it.
Yo, big up Preet Kaur, big up Am K, big up Reloaded Records, Summer Love, absolute monster, absolute anthem. From the moment I heard it, I knew that this was the right track, and we wanted to give a new flavor, but bring a little bit of nostalgia to the new audiences. And when we heard the track with Preet Kaur, we knew it was a very unique track.
Yeah, man. So, you know, it's the new one out, Summer Love 2023, and, you know, like I said, we just wanted to bring back that vibe. You know, everyone keeps telling us, yo, bring back that vibe. So, you know, hopefully people are loving this one. You know, it's called Summer Love. So shout out Am K, big up Preet Kaur, Reloaded Records. Make sure you check it out.
All right, guys, before we get into this week's number one, because we finally hit that point in the chart, your last message to the fans, and thank you so much for coming down before I say anything else.
Thank you
for having us. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you. Big up Brit Asia every time.
Yeah, man.
Big up Tej. Big up the whole team behind the scenes. Because you know what? A lot of people don't get credit because they're working so hard behind the scenes, man. So big up everyone that's behind the scenes, putting it all together. And thank you, Brit Asia. Big up all the fans around the UK, Canada, America, India, around the whole globe. Big yourselves up.
It's your boys, Metz and Trix, you know what I'm saying? So keep supporting. Thank you for the love. Bless. Keep it real. One.